What's up guys, Ash from Mosko here. We are in Taylor Park, Colorado. We just got finished riding some single track and we're super stoked. We just had the best day ever. We thought we'd do a quick video for you on what we carry when trail riding. So for just like day trips out on the dirt bikes, usually single track, we usually wear an armor kit, something like this, a pant that's like a soft shell. We've been wearing sort of a soft shell mountaineering pant. We're working on developing some of our own. And then armor up on the upper half of the body, of course, helmet, goggles, gloves, all that good stuff, but everything is really well vented. That's kind of like the number one thing of importance for us when we're out trail riding. As far as what we carry with us, the Reckless 10 is just like our tried and true go-to choice. On my beaver tail today, underneath I was carrying this, which is a prototype of a new jacket that we're working on called the Rack. So it's an anorak, a pullover jacket. I just had that rolled up how it was a second ago, right underneath the beaver tail there. On this side of my Reckless 10, I've got a 2.5 liter platypus hydration reservoir that I put Noon tablets in. It's really delicious if you've never tried that. And also a rain pant. This is our Deluge. It packs so small. I mean, look at this, guys. It's tiny. The Rack isn't quite as packable as the Deluge, but man, this thing is just so small. I can't believe that I was able to fit that and the 2.5 liter hydration reservoir in just that one side. Now on the other side, Pete and I kind of split up who carries tools, tube, all that good stuff. Got a goggle chamois, snack wrapper, an emergency Bivy sack here, an extra volley strap, some snacks, and then I've got a pump, very small pump, and a front tube. Yeah, and that's about all I have. I don't have a tank bag. I don't have a backpack. Notice, just the armor. Keeps you really nice and free, able to move around a lot on the bike. Now I'm gonna hand it over to Pete so he can show you.
What's the armor you're using?
What's on his bike. Oh, I'm wearing Force Field. So Force Field is really awesome armor. It's probably the most burly stuff I've ever worn. Since I started wearing it about 3 seasons ago, I can't say that I feel super safe in anything else. I absolutely love it. And then I've paired that with some Thor elbow pads I just picked up here locally. I'm not a fan of wearing elbow guards, and my elbow scars will show the proof of what happens when you don't wear elbow pads. So I'm trying to get into the groove of wearing pads, so this is kind of my first go at a comfortable soft armor option. And I'm gonna keep experimenting, so.
All right.
Hey, I'm Pete, and so Ash described the kind of riding we did today, so we've already covered that. I'm wearing the Liat armor. This is the 5.5 HD Pro, the harness. I really like it a lot. Comes on and off super easy. It's maybe not as protective as the Force Field, although they're both CE2 approved in the chest and the back, but it's definitely a little bit lighter, so I think that some people prefer the Force Field, some people are going to prefer the Liat. One thing I definitely love on the Liat is these elbows. This is a separate elbow I've got here. I think this is the 3DF. I can't remember the exact specs of this, what the brand name or the model name is of this elbow armor, but it's great. And I was actually riding with just this today, no jersey over it. It got warm. And I was carrying a backpack today. In the backpack, I've got 2 liters of water. And then the only thing I've got in the backpack is my license plate. And then in the beaver tail, I have my jersey. I started the day with a jersey, but it got pretty warm before it got really cold. So that's just a Dakine Nomad hydration pack. Then in my Reckless 10, here on the right side, I'm running the dry bag that came with the Reckless 10. And in here I've got my, this is my Deluge jacket. This thing packs down tiny, and we needed this today, man. It got really wet and really cold. It's amazing up here in the mountains. But look at how tiny this thing packs, man. It's just so cool. It's a 3-layer, like totally waterproof, kept me dry and comfortable today. Got a candy bar wrapper, just get rid of that. That's from a Cliff Bar I had. I've got my InReach. This is the new Garmin InReach, the 66i. They just came out with this about a month ago, so it's not only an InReach, but a fully featured GPS. I don't actually use it for navigation, I use it as backup. I use my phone for the primary navigation, but I always have this for emergencies and for backup navigation. It's got maps on it and everything else. Then I've got my Leatherman. And then Ash is carrying the tubes and the air pump. I'm carrying our Pinner tool roll. So this just has, oh, look, it even has a little bit of a Cliff Bar, old Cliff Bar left on it. That's just lovely. You know, I've got pretty much just an assortment of my dirt bike toolkit in here. So
sick.
Yeah, that's how that goes. Got 2 tire irons, just trail side tire irons, patches, stuff like that. And then below that, I've got my tow rope, just in case something goes wrong, and that's it for that side. On this side, I've got my emergency bivy. This is one of those SOL emergency bivy sacks. And the bivy sack is the bottom half of this, and the top is a water filter that I carry. This is just in case we end up having to spend a night out. We ride in some pretty remote areas, and it's nice to know you can spend a night out if you have to. So that's what that looks like. It's just you fill up this thing, and then the water that comes out of it, there's a filter in the top.
That's Catadine, right? Who makes that?
This is by
Catadine.
Catadine.
Yeah.
Yep, it's their bee-free. It's the smallest,
it's pretty sick.
Legit water filter I could find. It fits about 0.6 of a liter. Packs down very small. It fits in this little bag, and so the shelter and the water filter come with me everywhere. I'm only carrying about 1.8 liters of water today, but there's water everywhere on the trails. It's been raining, and so all the little rivers are flowing. So if we were to spend a night out, there's plenty of water around, but there's also cows. So it's nice to know we have a filter. Then I've got toilet paper in a Ziploc. Got half a Cliff Bar, which I intend to eat right after this video. Another wrapper. This is the Deluge Pant. So this is the Deluge rain over pant. So that's packed down on the other side of my panniers there. Again, you can see how small these get. Amazing gear. I've got a little tube of DEET mosquito repellent, which we definitely needed today. And then I take a Goal Zero battery pack with me on these because I'm carrying the phone, which we use for navigation. We use Gaia Maps, and then also the Garmin InReach. So if something really went wrong and we were up there we've had a couple situations where we've had to do evacuations and rescues and stuff, and battery power always becomes an issue. And so this gives us the ability to recharge both devices several times. So if we were out for a while, we could take care of ourselves. And then just another wrapper at the bottom. So that's about it. That's what I take.